particular set of nodes, but how do I know that there is an edge that connects back to the parent? So now we will discuss that. But before I move on, any questions about why back edges indicate that there is a cycle? Or does everyone understand that back edges mean that there is a cycle? Because we are connecting back to a parent, and that potentially can mean that there is a cycle that connects back to this particular node. Does that make sense? So let me, before I move on to this thing, does it mean that always whenever we have a back edge, does it mean that we would always have a cycle? In what scenario would we not have a cycle if we have a back edge? An easier scenario would be, let's say that our DFS breaks down our graph into two trees. We have first tree, we have the second tree, and they are not connected with any parent-child relationship. There is no edge that goes forward to our, for J to F. Well, for J to F, there is a cycle, right? I mean, for F goes to J, and if J again went back to F, that would give us a cycle. Won't it, Pervez?
No, I meant like if F did not go to J, if J went to F.
That is an interesting point, and I will come to that later. But if F did not go to J, but J went to F, the ordering would be different. We will not have the same ordering. Right. In that
Yeah,
scenario,
but we still have yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
the ordering would, I will come to that particular example. Just give me one second. Okay, so now let's talk about how we would figure out what the cycle is. So we know that there is potentially there might not be a cycle if we have two particular separate trees. This is connected as a parent-child proper relationship. This tree is also connected with a proper parent-child relationship. But from the second tree here, let's say that there is an edge that connects back to the first tree. That is a back edge. However, that is not a cycle, right? Because it does not go back anywhere. Now, let's give you an example. Insert stuff, but just give me one second. Let's say I have this. And while I draw this, if you have any questions, just type it out in the chat window. Give me a minute to draw an example. This is B. Let's say this is C. Let's say this is D. And let's say this is E and F. So let's say that I can find the shapes. So let's say from E to F there is there is an edge, and from D to E there is another edge, and similarly there is an edge from B to A to B, and there is another edge from B to C. But there is a back edge that connects to B from E, let's say. Now, this is an example of an ordering, right? That is one ordering. But tell me if this is a right or correct ordering of these nodes or not. Does this graph have a back edge or not? Yes or no? Would this be considered as a back edge in this graph?
No.
Exactly. Why not?
Because your DFS will always go down and never goes up the tree, right?
Yes, I mean, let's say that my so what I'm asking is, let's say that, forget about the edges for now. Let's say that my DFS, exactly, you guys are, so let's say my DFS gives me this topological ordering, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, if I insert those edges back into this ordering, I have A to B, B to C, and then D to E and E to F. And there is another edge that connects from E to B. Now, if this was my graph, and I can redraw this graph anyway, would this graph give you this particular topological order? Is this a correct topological order of this graph?
Nope.
No. Why?
Because all edges need to go to the right.
Not necessarily. I mean, remember, we have this particular graph, right? We had all of those edges going forwards, but we had a couple edges that go back to their own parent, right? So we can have back edges, and that is how we can detect cycles. Do you understand that part?
Yeah.
Yes. So we can have back edges, that much is clear. Now, this is potentially a back edge, right? I would say this is not a back edge, because I can always order these set of, so if you have this graph, when I'm searching through DFS, we know that any child node will have a later post visit number than any parent, would have a lower post visit number than any parent. So I can always reorient this graph to point to something like this, where now this becomes a forward edge connecting back to B. Does that make sense? Right. So this is not a back edge. This is just a wrong ordering of our vertices. This was not a correct topological order. Does that make sense? I forget who had the confusion. Perfect. Okay, so we will come and discuss about this topological ordering in a bit more detail, but let's come back to this thing. So let's say that I have a topological ordering of my nodes. Forget about all the edges for now. We just have this ordering, that is EBA, AGI, CD, FG, right? Okay. So now we have these ordering, and how would I now detect if there is a particular cycle in this graph? Now, what we can do is just detect whether there is a back edge in our particular graph that connects back to a connected component, right? So let's say that we run DFS on our program, on our graph, and that gives us this particular ordering, and I've numbered those positions as 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So you can imagine a data structure that takes in, so you can imagine a data structure that takes in, so let's call it POS, that takes in a particular node name. So let's call it A. And if I query this particular node, it gives you the output as the index is 2. So that is the data structure that we are going to look at. So basically a data structure that takes in the node name and gives you the index of this ordered, sorted, ordered graph or set of nodes. Okay.
Going back to your first question, so if you have a back edge in a topological sort, that means that that's an SCC, right?
Not necessarily. I will talk about, okay, so think about it like this. So let's say that I have, so a back edge does not always mean that there is a cycle. A back edge, when we have a back edge to a particular node that is currently being visited, is a cycle. However, once you order all of those nodes, any back edge will correspond to a particular cycle. Does that make sense?
Right. After you've topologically sorted your node,
yes, then a back edge is always a cycle. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So now, basically, in order to figure out if, so topological sort requires a DFS, right? A single DFS, nothing more, nothing less, V plus C complexity. Now, once we have the stack of those nodes, we order them by just popping them out from the stack, and we just place them in an array. And that gives you the order of all the nodes, where J was popped first, then we inserted F, then we inserted D, then C, I, G, H, and so on, right? So that was our first V plus C complexity. Now what we would do is we would analyze the adjacency list of this graph and try to figure out if there is a cycle or not. So let's just start with J. We see that so the position of J so the position of J is going to be the number 9. And we know that J is connected to, and let me just bring up. So we know that J is connected to C, and there is an incoming edge to J from F, right? So the only edge that we are bothered about is going to be the value for C. So now we check what is the position for the adjacency list for J. So what would the adjacency list of J look like? We have C and we are done, right? There are no other nodes. Okay. So we check all the adjacency nodes for particularly J, and we check what is the position for C. And we see that the position for C is going to be the number 6. So now we say that since the position of our connected component is a position that is before our current position, that is 9. Since 9 basically is more than 6, it means that it is connecting back to a parent. And that is how we detect a particular cycle. So we need to maintain this particular architecture. We can maintain this particular architecture by just popping out our nodes and just saving it into this sort of a dictionary or an array. And then what we need to do is traverse the entire adjacency list again and figure out if there is any edge that connects to a parent. And how do we know it's a parent? Its index is going to be smaller than its, the parent's index would be smaller than the current index. Does that make sense? So if that makes sense, we have our time complexity for DFS. That was O of V plus E. Now we need to traverse this particular adjacency list to figure out all the edges and then figure out if anything connects back to a parent. So if we are traversing a particular adjacency list, can someone tell me what is the complexity of that traversal? Any ideas?
V plus E.
V plus E, right? So once we are done with a DFS, the next thing that we need to do is traverse this particular list. And again, that is a V plus E. So entirely it becomes a V plus E complexity, twice, but the same thing. So now let's look at F. Now F has a particular connection to J. So that is fine. F's index is 8 and it is connecting to J, which has an index of 9, fine by me. There is no cycle. Now all the way to C, we see that C is connecting to D, D is connecting to F, F is connecting to J. All of those are connecting to their children.